I am excited. All right, everybody. I am Stefani Dunn, and this
Hi,
is
I'm Joel.
Joel. And what a weekend! Like, we are so excited. Had an incredible weekend, and I don't want to just do like a full conference recap. So, I've talked to a lot of leaders, and so you're going to see a lot more Zooms coming over the next few days and over the next couple weeks because I feel like we know what to do, hopefully, for the rest of the month. And I think I'll share a couple things for that. Questions to ask you guys, and then questions to ask you for what are you preparing for March. But I really wanted to give each leader a little bit more individual time because they're valued so much. And I know that our brains are kind of overloaded with excitement, but also giving you some focus and direction of where we're going to finish out the month, but then also to finish out March. So this is going to be, I mean, an exciting time. 16 years in the same company. So, Joel and I, we've done the same thing and looked at things for 16 and a half years of the same. And so, how do we pivot and what does that look like? And first, there was a lot of great things that happened at conference. Honored that we got to close out at the top of the company. But most importantly, we're excited to take this whole team to a crazy, crazy, life-changing numbers for each of you that are on the Zoom and they're going to watch the replay. And Amanda's coming for 3. I think she's like she's ready. She's so hungry for it. So I love that. And we love that we get to work with you. So Amanda, I'm just going to go in with the questions and then you guys, I'm going to give you some facts. Do you guys want to see some facts of the company and where that direction is going and kind of how our brain has been working, I think, for the last 3-4 weeks. So Amanda, these are some questions I have. I am gonna kind of watch the chat too, so that if people are like, hey, I want to ask this, I'm gonna preface this. A lot of you want to know how to make money. So I will be doing a Zoom on strictly that. There's just a lot going on. So I want to just strictly do something like that too. But this is something that I want to ask Amanda is what is something new that you learned this weekend? And tell everybody how long you've been with the company because I think this is important too, because man, it was a weekend filled with a lot of new, I think.
Yeah, so I mean there was so much new. But hi everyone. So I've been with our company for 12 years, and so it really is like learning something. Like, when I first joined, I it was foreign to me as well, right? So I kept trying to like think, okay, when I first joined It Works, how did I feel? I was so excited. And when I started hearing the stories and started seeing what people were doing and the possibilities, is really where it made it so that I was just like ignorant on fire, right? And so I feel that now. And especially after this conference, I just feel so like I have like that ignorance on fire all over again, but like times 10. And so some of the things that I really felt over the weekend and with conference is I felt a lot of confirmation. And what I mean by that is I just felt like the people who like you guys, the people who are in our company right now, the people who went to conference, so those who watched it on conference, like we are the rooted It Works that are going over to Zinzino. And we all have such unique gifts that when we come together, we're just stronger and we're more and we're better together. And it was really cool just seeing that, some people I have been in for a couple weeks, a couple months that were at conference, but it was cool because I've been in for 12 years, Joel and Steph almost 17, and we're all learning at the same time, So I thought that was just so cool is that we all are learning this, we're all open to this. And so that was a really cool thing. But I had team do this and I'm going to have you guys do this too. So I want you guys can save this. I'll put it in the prompt, but we asked, let me go to it really quickly. I asked ChatGPT. I actually saw this. Derek saw it somewhere. And so he sent it to me and it says, let me see. Let me go to it. Sorry. It says, if you ask ChatGPT, you're going to put this into the prompting, okay? So if I could correct just one nutritional ratio in my body for long-term health, what would it be? And you guys can put that in there. I'll put it in there so you guys can have this. This is such a great thing. You guys can use it on social media or whatever you want. But you want to know what it said? Just a simple thing. It says if I had to pick just one nutritional ratio to correct for long-term health, it would be omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. So I just thought that was just so cool because if like ChatGPT like says one nutritional thing that if I change in my body and it was the omegas, right? And so I thought that was so cool. But then it went into like the details of why and all this stuff. And the average American, you guys, their ratio is what is it, 20 to 1, right? And the healthy one, it's actually 20 to 25 to 1. And so I know Joel's going to go over like, some of the science behind it, but that's crazy. We are so unhealthy over here. And so I just thought that that was so cool. I thought it was so cool that we get to bring this kit home and we get to all test it. Derek and I just did ours today. We just had the oil right before we came and it doesn't even taste like anything. It actually tastes, it's such a small amount. It's so like mild, right? We put a little bit of water in there. And so it's just like everything, right? But the products, the comp plan, like the community, the culture. And even I was blown away by the corporate staff that they have, right? Like the scientists, like I just felt like we have like the best of the best on our hands to truly change the world. And so I was just so impressed by the entire conference. I was impressed by Orion, who I just feel like is so down to earth and so excited, right? His energy just radiates. And so just being around and seeing how Zenzino works and how we are as it works as our culture and our community, it's like we've been meshed forever, right? Didn't it feel like that? It felt like we like known them forever. They make you feel so loved and so welcome and so honored, right? So I just felt that was just so cool. So I'll put that in the chat right there. But I thought that was just so cool, like how, what we have our hands on is truly gold. And we've had our hands on gold for since it works, right? But now it's just it's expanding that and, just giving us more options, more ways to make money. And so I'm really excited for all that.
I love that, you guys. So if you're new and you're like, oh my gosh, I just got in for the It Works products and all of that, something that she said with the omegas, you guys, when you're balanced, everything else works better. And so if you're using a product and maybe you're like, man, I'm not getting the results that maybe somebody else is doing, you may not even realize that you're not in balance. And that really wreaks havoc on your system. And so even by asking the chat GPT, I love that. What is something you can do when you're in balance? Watch what everything else does when you start taking the nutrition, whether it's It Works or anything else in the Zenzino line, what your energy levels do, what your sleep does, what your hormones do. There's a lot of backing behind this product. And, me and Joel have had this conversation today. He actually got on with our functional health doctor. And guess what? They want it. And so this is huge for us to be able, because that was the one thing just a few weeks ago for me was you need to take omegas. So they don't know that this company exists. So that's if aha right there.
Yeah, specifically, I said, "Hey, have you ever heard of Zenzino?" She goes, "No, what is that?" So she already knows that we do It Works and everything that we have in the product line here. So when I went in explaining it to her and explaining the test and then told her the prices, she was mind blown because my blood work was $750. And that is not something that people are going to do, what, 3, 4 times a year.
Mhm.
So the fact that she has the ability to offer this, as well as she was super excited about the gut health too, but the fact was she recommended omegas to Steph, but she wasn't able to tell her which ones to get. She just said, get one. Now she's able to tell people exactly which one to get and to test it and prove that it's the right one they need.
Yeah, so we're excited about that. So start thinking. I'm prepping you guys for a little bit wider vision for you. But then Amanda, what was something that you heard that made you, and maybe you kind of asked this, that made you excited for the merger?
Yeah, so I mean, there's just so many different things, but I really loved how for the merger. Like we get paid on such deep levels. I thought that was so cool. And so that was, as he showed, like he took, I think, I don't know, there was like 27 people up there, maybe even more than that. I don't remember. But, and he was just showing, how that, that very first person gets paid on every single one. And so I just thought that was really, just the depth that we can get paid in, that, there's no charts or anything like that, which I thought was really cool. And I just love how simple it all is. I love how, even just like when we got the kit, like everything is just laid out. In fact, I gave my mom one today. My mom did hers, and I was gonna do it before her, but she was so excited, so she just did it on her own. She did a little video and everything. It was so cute. But she, she's older, and so she even did it, and it was so easy. And so I love just how simple the process is. But something I did learn, and maybe you guys already know this, but it was in one of our chats because this was our question, because we're thinking, we do this through social media, which I love that we get to bring our social media presence into Zinzino. I love how we do things over here, but my thinking is I just want to do all of it, right? I want to take what Zinzino does as well, because obviously they're very successful over there. And so one of the things I did here is that the way that they can, and I was kind of thinking, how do the parties work? Like because I will tell you, I am getting the biggest kit. I think it's what is it called, Joel and Steph? It's
The ultimate.
Ultimate
the
kit.
ultimate, right? The ultimate pack. And the reason why is because I want the kits on hand, and it's a write-off. And plus you make that money back when you guys get your customer points, right? So it's a no-brainer to get the ultimate pack. It's $1,200, but it comes with a huge range of products for you. So I'll be purchasing that one. And then what you can do, because I was thinking, okay, how do we get the customers? Because we want them to sign up, but we want them to do the test right there too. And so what they said you can do is, so say I have, somebody who wants to do the test and that they want the oil right then. Yep, they want it right then and there. We can do it at the party, and we can sign them up as a customer at the party. But then, and I forget what the word is that you call it, but as you sign them up, the products, you just put your address in. So their products, their first month actually just ships right to you, and then you change their second month. Does that make sense? So they don't pay you for the products so it's like you just are switching out your products, right? You give them the products, their first month product goes to you, and then the rest of their products go to them. So that's amazing, because that just makes it so simple, right? You don't have to collect the money and then wait a whole month to sign them up. It just makes it where it's just a simple switch of the addresses, that first round. So I thought that was really,
I
again,
love
it's
that
simple.
because we used to do that at wrap parties, you guys. Maybe
Yeah.
nobody knows what a wrap party is, but we used to like have the wraps on hand, wrap them on place, and then if people wanted a kit, I actually had them, and then I would just take their kit when they got it in. So very
Mhm.
similar to all of that, you guys. Again, kind of don't overthink this. I think you're going to be surprised when you start asking people and you start thinking this. And so Amanda immediately said something, you guys triggered. She got it for her mom. Who do you know right now that you're like, I trust them. I want to see, I love them. I want them to be healthy and live longer. Maybe they're going through an autoimmune, something. Even if they're not, like, I feel like, man, somebody needs this. So start writing names down that might come up, because they can be your first kind of guinea pigs, right? Like, what's their
Yep.
number going to be? So this is, I feel like it's going to be an easy transition. Ignorance on fire. Everything else will start to come. You guys just want to get this out there, because the thing that I'm seeing is people are like, what is Enzino? And they're not afraid of test space if they know that it actually works and they can understand it. I love that. So for those that were at conference, Amanda, what would you share with everybody on, or that's going to watch a replay, to start doing today?
Yeah, so I think that we really do like just learn a little bit each day, right? Like I had heard people are like, well, I don't know everything. Like I'm just nervous about like, what do I do when, March 5th comes? And I just kept saying like, you are going to learn it, right? You're going to learn it. We learn as we go. So don't like, there's no need to be like nervous or scared, or, it could be like a good, exciting nervous, but no need to like have to know everything all at once. Like just know they're going to give us all the tools. Like Joel and Steph have been giving us Zooms every single Monday, right? So we are going to get all the information, all the tools. So what I personally am going to do is each day I'm just going to learn a little bit more, right? I'm going to take a little bit more, but truly what I'm focusing on, you guys, we have half the month left of February. And I'm focusing on what we have our hands on now to catapult us into Zinzino, to catapult us when we start, when our official merge is that March 5th, that we are set, we're ready to go, and our business is booming. So what I'm focusing on is learning something new every day with Zinzino, so something simple. But I'm gonna learn that actually after I get my work done so that I can get my customers and my distributors. So my focus right now is my 10 customers on systems, and then and that's going to give you, right, you're going to get all those perks with those 10s, but plus you get a share, you get 1 point of a share. Is that correct, Joel? Is that did I say it's like 1 point? So
Yes.
so you get 1 point of the share, and then so that's incredible, right? And you get all those perks. So that's number one. And then you get, when you get 5 partners, so 5 distributors this month, you'll get another point for a share. So that is my focus. And then if when those go-getters out there who are like, I want more, like, what can I do that's, more, the high end rollers, go for another 10 customers that are on systems, and you'll get another point for the share. So that is my focus right now, along with just learning one thing new. But what I do know is when I overstress or overthink, or I feel like overwhelmed with something, my mind just shuts off. I just kind of become paralyzed. So I just kind of have to like peel that layer back and say, okay, what can I control? What can I learn right now that's going to not only, help me go into Zinzino, but also what's going to serve my business right now going into Zinzino? What's going to serve my paycheck right now? And those are going to be the things. So I'm focusing on just really, truly with, It Works business right now, and just learning things as we go.
I love that. I'm seeing some faces on here that are like, oh my gosh. So I want you guys to do this. They did this at conference. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna change your energy up before I move forward a little bit. But everybody, are you ready? Like, let me scroll through this. Let me see your faces. I want to see if there's people on. If you're not on, let me see this, because I'm going to ask you to do a little bit of an exercise. All right. I see Brittany was up and dancing. So they had us do this, and we're probably going to have to do this everything. Everybody, you need to follow the leader. Can you do that? Okay, heads up. All right. So first thing that we're going to do, I am strong. You guys know where I'm going, right? I am strong. I am healthy. I am energized. Like, he did that, and his daughter, he explained kind of the story, but it changes and you're open to more things. And I feel like, okay, I'm ready to give you guys a little bit of don't panic. I want to give you the confidence of, me and Joel are really confident in knowing a lot of everything that's going on. And so one of the first things I want you to do is we're going to close out February. So we're still getting customers. So what are you doing? And Amanda kind of said that for your business now to hit your goal. So when somebody says, I think if Christy's on, she said, what are you doing? You got your 10 host to post. That still is working for me. So if you're like, how are you getting your customers? If you were to go to my page right now, I'm looking at I'll scroll through my page, okay, and I'll look at old, maybe there's before and after pictures, or I did a post. Is there new comments? Because again, don't forget, Facebook likes to just hide those, and we don't always catch them. And so I want to make sure I didn't miss anything, or if I can bump some of those posts. Not really necessarily doing new, but I'm going through old. I'm looking at memories from last year. So every day should be a new memory that pops up, and I'm just talking Facebook for you guys right now. If you go to your memories, maybe you were still working last year, or you did a post, not even It Works, but there's people that have commented or liked on your post. Get in their inbox. They've already interacted with you. It's not going to flag you. And then getting out those host to posts with, whether that's Burn, the hair duo, the gummies, that still creates customers, you guys. There's still people out there. And so what that does is, I'm excited. Maybe it's the gut health, right? And now we're going to have a blood test that actually will help them with gut health. And we're going to have Dr. Colin on explaining the gut health pack to you guys. We can't wait. We said we need him on. You guys are going to love him. But again, tonight is just kind of some things to focus on getting you through February. So if you were to ask Stephanie, what am I doing? It's focusing on getting my 10. So when we're rolling over, even into the new company, I'm going to give you baby steps. So first thing that I would do is we're going to have kit options. We're going to want to buy product, right? Who wants the oil? Like drop a 1 in the chat. So when you're like, oh my gosh, do I have to buy a kit? You don't have to, but gosh, don't you want the product for yourself? Anyway, so all these ones, you're going to want to buy a kit, right? So there you go. That's your answer right there. The next goal would to be to get your 4. Now here's the language barrier that you're going to start hearing Stephanie start integrating is our customers are people. Zinzino, customers are actually product. So write that down. When you hear 4 customers in Zinzino, it's actually 4 products. So I saw a lot of confusion at conference. A confused mind says no. So I was like, okay, we're going to really walk you through getting the language down. Now, this is It Works people, new people coming in. We're going to be able to train them way easier because we're not, that muscle memory we have for 16 years of a customer, we have to get 25 customers. Oh my gosh, that seems so hard, but it's actually product. So anytime we're talking Zinzino and they say customers, it's product. So Joel probably gets 50 products, so he would be 50 customers. So is that helpful? Drop a 2 if you're starting to understand language. Okay.
Yeah, Joel is product taking machine. So you guys just need to go find Joel or have your husbands turn into a Joel, and
Yes.
you'll have all of the products that you need and all the points that you need with just one person.
And then from there, I know a lot of you are like,
Christy's laughing.
I want to make money, right? Like I want to make money. And so again, we're going to help you understand, what's our first goal here? Being a 400 qualified like. So what's the first goal in Zinzino? That first goal is getting in, getting yourself some product and getting those 4 customers and then maybe going up to the 10. So think of that as your qualified like. The second thing that we would do is we bring in business partners, right? We bring on distributors. So Zinzino, the same thing. Let's work on bringing some new distributors onto your team or partners. So language is a little different. And then let's help teach them the same thing. And that would be like executive and It Works terms. So whatever their rank is at Zinzino, that's what we're going to be focusing on. Then you're going to say, Stephanie, I want to make $500 a month. How do I do that? I'm going to walk you through the steps on here's those steps to do that. Now drop a 3 if you feel a little bit better. Like, I think you're all like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. I promise you, I know what to do. I will teach you the ways. And we forget sometimes because maybe you're a triple diamond. You're like, oh my God, what do I need to do over there? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So once we get everything over, it will go, okay, we're going to have a system that we're going to look at, and it's going to look a little different, but we're going to be able to teach you guys the steps to get to whatever income that it is that you're looking for.
And guys, here's the thing. You don't have to freak out because you're already doing the majority of the things that you need to be doing when we switch over. So just keep doing it, what you're doing. Because when you're doing host to post, when you're sharing about products, when you're getting excited about getting customers on stuff, it translates the same. And it's going to be the same products plus more.
Yeah.
So if you're confused and worried, just continue to build your It Works business like you are right now, and then add to your knowledge from now until things go live.
I love this because people could be like, oh, my products aren't working the way I should. Oh my gosh, we need to get you on that Omega, on the balancing oil, because you're going to have insane results because you're probably out of balance. And actually, we have a test for that. See how easy that is to slide in and to answer that instead of being like, oh no, somebody's in my DM, or oh my gosh, somebody's texting me. My products aren't working on them. No fear. We got this. So I'm excited about that because we have a solution and now it's test-based. And this is the way that the things are going. There's no other company out there that has that. So that should give you some peace knowing that. But we've got you on that. Yes, we're our emerge. We're going to have our products. It will be under a brand tab that still has It Works. And then we'll have the Zinzino website. So very easy integrating everything. Your customers don't go away. Everything will we'll come over with you. So the next question I want to ask you guys is, what are you doing expecting for March? So not only are we going to get through February, but I also want you to think about, there might be people that just don't want anything to do with It Works, and that's fine. That's on another notebook, okay? Notebook, however you keep track of things. Amanda's probably a notebook girl like I am. So we're going to have that, and we're going to have, okay, this person, they're really excited about this new opportunity that I'm sharing. So if you see what I'm doing on social, it's very leaning into a brand new company. I am so excited for that because people don't know about the company. They're like, what is that? I need to be part of this. That is a good thing. So if you're having conversations and they're like, well, have you heard of Zenzino? It's a test-based nutrition. Have you ever heard of this? No. Great. You're going to want to know about this. I'm going to get you on the list, or I'm going to get you on the phone. I'm going to give you a little information. We will launch March 5th is when it rolls over. So that's when people are going to be able to start ordering. So, dripping a little bit, gathering your hundreds list. So basically I'm creating a new hundreds list for the new company. Now, yes, it's a merge, but technically a new company. So does that help you? Drop a 4 if I've helped you understand that. Okay, perfect.
All right, now I'm going to have you drop a 5 after I tell you this to make you feel a lot better. They said from stage that they are going to do immersive training from the 1st through the 5th. So anything that we are unable to train you on or get you knowledge for up until the 1st, don't worry. From the 1st through the 5th, they're going to be doing like 6-a-days. You're going to have any time you can jump on and learn and watch replays. There's so much information. You get to get on when you want to learn the things that you want.
Mm-hmm.
So ultimately, put your training in your hands and be ready when they start doing those trainings. But you can pre-train by going through and trying to learn all the things on your own by tuning into the things that we're doing to help, as well as everything from now until then.
Here's the thing, for you people that need to know everything, fine. But other people that are like, it's overwhelming, I don't need to know how to get to the very top. I know that when you start out, I'm going to act like I'm brand new and do the steps that I would be doing if I had no team at all. And that is what leaders do. They start from the start just like anybody else, and they learn as they go so that we can teach you. So Joel and I are right in the trenches with you, being able to teach you all of that information. I hope that helps you because, there's a lot of great knowledge that you're going to get with the doctors. We heard a ton of that. And I'll have Joel kind of go over why you're excited about just some of the basics. Actually, I should ask you, are you guys okay with giving you a little bit more information on the product?
No,
Smiley face.
they're done.
If Sarah O'Connell's on here, she's going to be happy because we're going to go live with the oil, let you know what it tastes like, do all of the things. So Joel, I'm going to let you kind of go over that. Then I'm going to give you guys some facts because we'll get people to shut up. Y'all want that? Like, you know what? Why is my company awesome? I'm going to tell you why. There is no other company out there that is going to compare to this. And I will start giving you guys facts that you can put on slides, you can put on posts, TikToks, whatever you want to do, because what we have learned with Zenzino is they are a fact science-based company that no one is going to stand on. And so you all should be very excited about that. So, okay, I'm excited about that, but go ahead, Joel.
People are going to be able to spit hate as much as they want. It's just going to roll right off our backs because we're just going to be like, and here's the fact, here's the fact, here's the fact, here's the science.
6, 7.
Here's more more science. And so the great thing is that I got to spend a lot of time with Dr. Collin, and he is mind blowing. And everybody that got to witness him from stage, he's just great. No hesitation, answers things like he was born to do it.
Yeah.
And he makes it so easy for all of us to understand. And so the one thing that I just wanted to share with you is basically the health protocol, which is what he went over, which this is all you need to do to optimize your health for the rest of everything in your life to work properly. So we know that there's the balance test, which shows you your omega-6 level and your omega-3 ratio. And so we take that test to find out where we are and what nutritional holes we have, and then we fill them with the balance oil.
I was really confused. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I don't really know what omega-6 and omega-3 was. I knew I needed oils. I didn't really know. So if you're like me and you were like, I just do what my doctor tells me to do. Uh, I omega-6s are bad. So Doritos, those would be a bad omega-6. Taco Bell, for us girls that were eating Taco Bell, my omega moves better be on here. We had some bad fats. So that's what I know about omega-6 now. 3.
So guys, here's the thing. In order to get those at the proper level, that's why we test. Because even people that are taking what they think are great omegas, when they take the test, 99% of them in the US fail the test. So they think they're doing something for their health, and they're actually not having any results, and it's not doing what they think it is doing. So that's why it's important to do the test, because you can help them understand. Because once you know, you can't go back. Once you know, you have two choices. You can either create a plan of action, or you can ignore it, knowing that you're going to have issues down the road. Like when people discover that they have something, when you catch it early and you're able to course correct, isn't that what you would want to do? That is what you are doing for people with the tests. Now, the next is the gut health test, which shows you what your microbiome is doing, which is the second portion of your body for overall health. And that's where their xenobiotic comes in. And xenobiotic is a probiotic, postbiotic gut regulator. And it is packed with fiber.
You're going to want to write this down, you guys. This was like, oh, okay.
Now, when Dr. Collin was talking about it, he was saying, everyone talks about GLP-1 products, the shot, the pills. And the reason why people need to have those and why people have such great results is because of what those do for your body. Well, the thing of it is the reason why it has such a profound effect is because that is what fiber naturally does to your body. And because of the fact that we here in the United States are so lacking in dietary fiber, we lack what it takes to actually create and have an impact. So instead of just telling everybody, hey, take more fiber, and hey, this is the kind of fiber to take, they're saying, hey, here's some prescription, and here's a shot, and here's a pill to do exactly what God created fiber to naturally do in your body. Mm-hmm. So that's why the xenobiotic is the second portion of their health protocol. And then the third product on their health protocol is their multivitamin, multimineral, which is called Extend. So when you look at Extend, which is what I did first, I looked at it and I was like, it makes no sense why there's so few percentages of vitamins. Because how many of you look at vitamins when you take them and it's like 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C, 18,000 milligrams of vitamin D, 3,600 milligrams of B12. And you're like, man, that seems like a lot. And they're like, yeah, it's 1,700% of your daily requirements. It's all of these huge dosage amounts. And then when you look at Extend, you're like, wow, they really don't have, I mean, you're going to have to take like 20 of these to make up for the one vitamin that I'm taking. And here's the reason why. Because when your body's out of balance, at the cellular level, your cells are not able to uptake nutrition properly. So the name of the game has been to put in as much overflowing amounts, 3,000% of your daily requirement possible, to just make sure that you get some of it into your cell. Well, wouldn't it make sense just to tune your cells and make your cells better so that you could just get a small amount in and it would do its job? That is the purpose behind the balance oil. It gets your cells right and your cell membrane right at an appropriate level so that you don't need to take mega vitamins. The vitamins that you take are at the exact dosage that you need to have an impact in your body. And without that, it's going to be hard for anything else to work well. So that is why they start with the balance oil, because if you just take balance oil, it makes everything else that you're doing work better because it multiplies it when your cells are able to uptake it. And then the final thing that they love talking about is their super collagen, because their collagen is incredible. And if anybody's tasted it, it's a cherry flavor. It is awesome. And it's the nourish your skin from within concept, which we're familiar with ours. And theirs, they will see visible results within 10 days.
Yeah, mind blowing. So something that I want to share with you guys is this. Knowing when you get your tests back and knowing, we work hard to get our customers, but how can we create this long-term customer and auto ship? Um, this is what you have with nutrition. When you hear people taking omegas, and I'm looking at Christy and her husband on the middle of the screen, and he's been taking I don't know, I've been taking oil for years, fish oil for years, right? And now he's going to know whether it was working or not, and wasting his money. But with Zenzino, he's going to be able to see it.
What's so funny about that is Dr. Collin was talking about it because they had a very famous soccer player that got drafted to a team, and he couldn't say exactly which one it was, but he came with his own nutritionist and own dietitian, and he had handpicked from, the great mountain region of whatever, Sri Lanka, and it was blessed by Tibetan monks, and it was the greatest omega ever created, and that's what he had sourced for him to take. And the team that he manages for as the doctor, they all take the Zenzino products, they take the balance test, and then they take the balance oils, and they get tested so often. Well, he refused to take the oil because he's got the greatest oil on the face of the planet. And they said, well, that's okay. You can take that oil, but everyone has to take a test. So they came to test time and everyone took their tests, and then the test results came back. And guess who was the only one on the team that was not in balance? Exactly. Mr. Superstar with his super monk blessed omegas. And now there was he said there's normally two reactions after the test for people that are taking omegas. They're either relieved because now they know that they've got a plan and they know that there's a product that actually works, or they're really upset because they've been wasting money. Now, the amount of money this guy was spending on his omega supplement was 5 times what we have with our oil.
Mhm.
And to find out that he was 48-1 on this super mega blessed.
And normal, you guys, is like 3-1. So I'm learning all of this as well. So when you hear that, that's a bad number. That's not good. So that's kind of funny. I didn't know that. I didn't hear that story.
So that is one of the great things about this test. So for people that say they have omega, say, great, we can prove whether or not your omega is working for you. And if it is, we refund the test cost.
Yeah, I love that. This is a great question. People that are allergic to fish oil, they actually can take the
Yeah.
product, he said. So
Yes, he said there's no issues with anyone with fish allergies, but if you are concerned about it, they do have a vegan formula.
yeah, so that's a huge thing. So that gives you guys a little bit on product knowledge. But we really want you guys to have Dr. Collins. I already requested him because that was hearing from him, he seals the deal. And so moving forward, what you're going to see is Zenzino does a lot of opportunity Zooms, a lot of training on the product. Like, we don't need to be the experts, you guys. We need to be the ones that, hey, have you
You
heard
just
of it?
point to the experts.
Yep, we're going to get you over here. They're going to seal the deal. They're going to look at it and go, yeah, I need this. And so that's the confidence level that we have for you, is anybody can come in. You just need to be excited to share it with people and let them look at, because the science doesn't lie. And so I want to give you guys this, some of the facts. So uh, what's going on in the industry, and what to look for. Okay. So I know a lot of people like stats and numbers. And so I want to give you guys some facts, kind of going back a little bit. And I haven't got the numbers. Maybe Orion will get me the numbers for fourth quarter, but they had a 47% growth in their quarter three. They had a 54% growth. That was so far from in 2025. 60% up in local currencies. Can you explain that or no? That's why I wanted the visual.
Their profit margin rose from 14 to 16%.
And I have slides, so I'll drop those to you guys so you can have it. Cash flow up 270%, and you can say that one.
Their cash position in their local currency was up 529 million. So their reserves were up 529 million.
So this isn't normal. It's not common, and it's not another company having a good quarter. So those are some things I want you guys to kind of think about. I know you want the visual. Joel's like, what are these slides? I didn't get them to him in time to put this all together for you guys. So what they've done is they set the standard for test-based nutrition. There's nobody out there, you guys. So if you look in the health and wellness industry, do you see anybody else that has a test-based nutrition line? Absolutely not. So we're in our own lane. It owns its own scientific ecosystem. Big deal. Explain that. I want them to not go over their head.
So they own everything from ingredients and sourcing to manufacturing to technology to intellectual property, all the way to delivery.
Except for the lab. That's right, Jess. And that's an important one to know too, because if somebody says to you,
Oh,
well,
you're just testing with your own tests just to say that we need to use your product. Well, the thing is the easiest way to do that is to go, well, it's third party tested. So
mhm.
your blood doesn't get tested by the company. It gets sent out to a third party to generate the results.
So that's make sure you guys understand that third party, and it gets sent out. If people are like, they don't know who's sending it in, I'll have you undo that if you want, just to kind of show them. Um, there, this was a big deal because Joel has kind of been keeping an eye on Zinzino for a while. I was talking to Jamie today a little bit, and I said, I don't think people give Steph and Joel enough credit of the information that we know. We know a lot of information. I try to keep it kindergarten level so it doesn't go over people's heads. So there's a lot of things that I know that I could probably say that would be like, I don't understand that. And that's not what I want. I want it to be simple and duplicatable. And so what they have done is they have acquired and merged with companies across the world. And why is that important, Joel?
Because what they're doing is they're controlling their future.
Mhm.
They're looking for innovative things that nobody else has. And when they see it, they do one of two things. They find a way to license it as their own, or buy it, or merge with it, or partner exclusively so that they're the only ones that have access to it.
So they were the first one, this is a big deal, to launch the gut test. And you guys, this was something that they did. They sold 60,000 in their first 30 days with when the gut test came out. This Dr. Collin had even said that the Zinzino's gut health blood test is actually more accurate than,
The poop and scoop test.
thank God, because you guys, I have had from my doctor the poop box sitting in my bathroom because I do not want to fish out.
Because she's refusing to poop in the box.
Like, that is disgusting. I just can't do it. Just give me the parasite cleanse because I probably got one. I don't even know why I need to do this. So if anybody's like me and they just didn't want to do this, I am so excited to go back to our doctor and be like, I just got to take the test. So why don't you just have it like, available in your office like immediately. So that's a big deal. And again, that's an easy transition. If you're all about gut health right now, man, what a blessing this is to have this available. It controls its raw material supply chain through the technology. You want to explain that?
So basically, the majority of our oil is based off of algae. And algae is hard to get clean. So they've purchased a company that uses bioreactors to generate and create super clean algae. They own the rights, they own the patents. And if anybody wants to have super clean raw algae, they have to purchase it through us. And why is that important? Well, because there's only so many fish and so much algae in the universe before the people that need omegas uses up all the supply. So we have the ability to generate our own supply that doesn't impact the world by sourcing it from fish and natural algae. Now, the other great thing about that is they have the ability, and that's what they're working on now, to scale production. So wouldn't it be awesome in the future once they start scaling it that maybe our oil goes down $5 to $10 a bottle because of the fact that we control our ingredients and we can mass produce it to control the price. And if we are under price of the competition with a superior product, that is why they believe they will be the household name and the go-to for omega oils.
Anybody excited? Like, I mean, hopefully we're not giving you too much information, but again, I wanted to give you guys some facts to smack some people in their face. Okay? Like, you're gonna see the beast come out pretty soon. It operates in 100 plus markets. You guys, that's huge because we get a lot of inboxes of like, hey, are you in Africa? Hey, are you, Australia or wherever? So that's a big thing. So we're a huge global movement. And then I think I missed that. It's number one tech platform in the profession. That's a big thing. So, the more that Joel has talked with Orion, the more he is like, this guy is not messing around. He knows exactly what he's going to do, and he's going to do it. He has proven his track record to do the things. Here's what is interesting is with the growth like this, it's usually unheard of in the public market. So this is an investor's dream looking at a company like this. So being publicly held, everything is out there. So you're positioned so well right now, that some of you are like, I don't know, like, is this it? Yes, there is not competitors. It might seem weird and it might feel like, oh my gosh, I'm so used to the way of doing things. But when you start transitioning, you're going to be like, why didn't this happen faster? Dang it. Like, this is incredible. Because we're just all going to continue to get better. We're going to get great results. We're going to just be excited to be able to share all of that. So I just want you guys to know that you're aligned with and merged with two great companies that are literally going to blow out the industry. And we can't wait for that. So hopefully we didn't overwhelm you guys, but we do have one more thing if you guys are okay with just doing one more little testing. So I want you guys to see this because me and Joel failed. Oh my gosh, imagine that we failed. Don't be afraid to fail. Joel failed horribly at his test. Well, first off, I was like, I don't know if I want to do it. I'm going to wait. I don't want to prick my finger. I'm scared. Anybody else scared of blood? I was like, I don't want to do this. What are you talking about? Like, oh my gosh. So I'm like, Joel, you're the guinea pig. I'll just videotape you. And oh my gosh. So Joel, we have all this on video. You guys just save all of your videos because I think we should do a blooper reel. I really do. I think this will be incredible for all of us. We did this at conference, but when he did it, it's like poke your finger and then pull the thing out and show them. I want you guys to visually see this because I was like, people need to know this. You need to like wheelie your arm, follow
So
the
this is what your test looks like, and you're supposed to put droplets of blood in those two circles.
Yep.
And then
You'll get little pokies, so don't worry.
So you got little pokers. And it's super easy if you've ever okay.
Well,
not everybody's done blood draws and blood.
That's not super easy for me. I was
Stuff
like,
that I do all the time.
nope.
You barely feel it. You put it on, you pop it, and you just wait for the blood to drip.
Well,
now here's the thing. I have thick blood.
Thick is an understatement.
So thick is an understatement. Like when I go get a blood draw, they're like, boy, you need to drink more water. you're dehydrated. I'm like, I drink like a gallon and a half a day. I just have thick blood. And that's one of the things that having the omegas is going to help with. Now, what that doesn't help with is trying to do this blood test. So here's Stephanie trying to videotape me, and I got nothing.
It's not coming out, you
Yeah, I'm
guys.
sitting here
Minutes.
pushing my fingers. Like we're trying to do something that we can post, when we're ready to go live and be like, oh, hey, look at how easy it is. Well, for Joel, it's not that easy because Joel's finger didn't want to bleed. So now what do we have to do? I get the second poker, poke it.
But not in the same fingers. So now he's got two pokes.
So now I've got two pokes that aren't working, trying to squeeze it out of both fingers. So my video, you will probably just laugh at.
But eventually he did it. So I'm telling you right now, like really hydrate yourself. Make sure you're drinking the water.
And now here's the thing. We had a whole group of people do tests when we were in Dallas. So we had a test party. And so basically after the event, we all went to a room and we got them out. And of course, everyone was scared to poke themselves. So guess who gets to go around pricking everybody's finger? We got it. It was easy. Now, Steph is
I'm an overachiever.
Yeah, she's an overachiever. She is the perfect example of what to do. She got one pick and then 2 drops of blood. Perfect. It looked like it was amazing. And we should have recorded.
I said, I'm a bleeder. I'm going to be a bleeder. I just know it. Like, I just know that I'm going to. So anyway, I just wanted you guys to see that it's pretty easy directions.
Super simple. It's done in pictures, so it doesn't need to be translated in any language. So you just look at the little comic book, you follow the comic book, you prick your finger, you put it in, you call it a day.
Yeah, you do that, make sure it dries, and then you seal it and you send it off. But it's exciting knowing that's the way that it can go. So a lot of you are like, how do I take the oil? What does it taste like? Sarah was blowing me up today. Like, is it thick? Is it gross? Does it have a fishy taste? All of those things. And
it is the most amazing oil on the face of the planet. Like,
yeah, it's kind of surprising.
If any of you were following me 2 years ago, I was using olive oil in my coffee, and olive oil itself still has a thick taste to it. Guys, this stuff is so smooth, and just like Amanda said, it tastes like nothing.
Yeah. So here's the thing, you guys, and I'm just showing this because this is how it's going to come in the bottle. I was like, well, how much do you take? Like all these questions you have, we have had too. So what I love about it is on the back of the bottle, it's by weight. So you're like, well, how do I really know what to take? Because I didn't get my test back. You're going to go strictly by your weight. Once you get your tests back, you're going to see it and you can adjust it. And then at your 120 day, when you take your second test, you're going to see, yeah, has it been working? So with that, you can just go ahead and mix me an oil. So there's a little shot glass and it has measurements on there. And so Joel's going to just put it in for my weight or your weight if you want to drink it.
Do you want me to do it?
So that you guys can see how easy. Yeah, you can do it. And then we'll just use a bottle of water and oil rises. So if you're like, do I put in oil first or what? We just have been using water and not anything. Some people use orange juice. We saw a lot of that.
Am I doing it right? Am I an influencer, guys?
Yeah.
Is that how I got to do it?
Thumbnail. Good job.
Good. All right.
Perfect.
That's it.
So it tastes, I did it last night. It tastes kind of lemony. So of those of you that have tasted it, look in the chat because I'm glad that some of you girls are sharing and guys. It's just easy. It's not thick. It's not weird. Super easy just to take down. And I mean, everybody needs it. Everybody needs to have the balance. So I'm super excited that it's just going to enhance us. We're all going to be rich.
Tastes like luxury. That's right.
Yeah. It's a whole luxury brand. Like I'm so excited, you guys. Health, when you go through things, you can't put a price tag on it. There is no price. And I want to live a very long time. Bless you.
Excuse me.
I was like, did the oil do that? And I want to be healthy. I want to be mobile. I want all of those things. And that is the new, I don't want to say new, but that is just the way things are going to be. More and more people are living longer, older, and they're looking for ways to be preventative and not the reverse, right? And so I think you're going to be surprised at how easy something like this is, and especially when nobody's known about it. So I appreciate you guys staying on as long as you have with us tonight. But ending it all, and thank you, Amanda. Congratulations on being in the top earners again. Always sharing your heart, always being willing to do what you can for the field. Because that's what we're here to do, you guys. We want that rising tide. We want everybody to win. We don't want you to wait for every little detail. I think that's the kind of thing that I want you to know. We're going to get you that information step by step, but I want you to feel confident. And I hope that this Zoom really gave you a little bit of a peace, a confidence in knowing we know the directions we're going. They're going to have multiple kit options. We're going to walk you right through on everything that you guys need. So as I keep seeing the questions coming in, I kind of can see what type of Zooms that we're going to have. So for you advanced one are like, I need to understand the comp plan a little bit more. There's going to be a few different paths to do that. I see Nicole on. She's going to be like, give it to me. I need to know all the things. So, but we love you guys. And I think I'm going to try to have Christy on later this week. Tiara Tilley, she won an excellence award. You guys, she is truly incredible human as well. So you got a lot of really good Zooms coming up to make you feel confident, to help you again, close the month out. One thing that I'm doing is, not overthinking it, going for your 10, everything else will fall into place. So, all right, you guys have a great week. We love you and excited for an incredible end of month and into March. All right, guys, have a good night.
See ya.